Hello, this is ATPE Senior Lobbyist Monty Exter, and today we're going to look at how to use the candidate search function on Teach the Vote. First, we will go to Teach the Vote and click on the candidate search page. This is what the candidate search page looks like. You can see that we have several different ways to search for candidates: their address, the candidate's last name, the district number. Probably the easiest way to search for a candidate is by your home address. So we'll put that in, hit submit. You can see that it zooms in on the address on the map and it populates a list of candidates. If you scroll down, you'll also see that those candidates are populated at the bottom. All of these are State Board of Education candidates because that tab is currently active. If we click on Texas Senate, it pulls up different candidates. Texas House, it pulls up the House candidates, and there are no statewide candidates that we're tracking for this election cycle. So let's go back to Texas House. You can see that the list up here has also changed on the map. And let's click on a candidate. Clicking on Representative Goodwin because that happens to be the incumbent in this race. So you can see, first of all, that we've got candidate details and then some drop-down menus. In the basic candidate details, we let you know the district that they're running in, their status, whether they're an incumbent, a challenger, or if it's an open seat, it'll just say candidate, their party, their occupation if we know it, the candidate's campaign address, their campaign phone number, and other campaign information such as email, website, Facebook, and Twitter. Also, if we have a picture for the candidate, you can see that. Now let's go down to the drop-down menus. The first one is additional information. If it's an incumbent, we'll tell you when they were first elected to either the House, Senate, or State Board. And while ATPE doesn't endorse, we do find it helpful to let you know what other folks have said about a particular candidate. So if they have a recommendation from Texans for Public Education, we'll put that. If they've been endorsed by Texas Parent PAC, we'll put that. Alternately, if they've been endorsed by Empower Texans, which is an organization that supports less funding for public education and supports vouchers, we'll put that. Good information either way. Let's close that. Now then, the two main drop downs I think that are helpful for most people, the voting record drop down. For any candidate who has already served in the legislature or the state board, we're going to tell you a little bit about the way that they have voted. Representative Goodwin was in the last legislature in the House, so we've got 9 House votes. You can see that they are all related to public education. We don't do anything on this site that's not related to public education. And you can see how Representative Goodwin voted on each one of these votes. She has only been in the legislature for 1 term, so you only see votes from the last session. If she had been a multi-term legislator, you would see an extended record. We do go back more than just 1 session with our record votes. Next, let's open up the candidate survey responses. ATPE sends out a candidate survey request to everyone who is running for state board, the Texas Senate, or the Texas House, as long as we have an email address for them. You can see that for the Texas House, there are 10 questions. Again, they are all related to public education. We don't do anything not related to public education on this site. And because the candidate has answered the survey, you see all of their survey answers are populated on this drop-down. So let's close that up. We also have an open-ended question at the end that just lets a candidate say whatever they might want to say. That information would be found here. And if we happen to know any associated events for that particular district, we'll put them under this tab here. Now, I also want to show you up top here. If you want to print out a candidate's details, you can click this and it will give you a page where you can print out all the details about a candidate. And just above that, you'll notice that there are some other names on this candidate's profile pages. These are other folks running in the same House district, so that you can easily click through all of the candidates who are running in this district without going back out to the search page. And if you click all the way through, you'll eventually come back around to the candidate that you started on. Now let's go back out to the candidate search page for just a second, and you can see the other 2 ways of searching. If you happen to know a candidate's last name, you can put that in. hit submit. Mr. Griffin is running for the Texas House. So you can see him down here. You'll notice that when you put in the candidate's name, they're the only candidate that populates. But if you click on their profile page and look at the district that they're running in this case, House District 92, you can easily come back out to the candidate search page, click on House, because that is where he's running, and go to District 92 in the drop-down. Click on that, and now it populates all of the candidates for that particular district. You can see Mr. Griffin again, but you can see all of the other candidates who are also running in that race. So those are the various different ways to search for a candidate and an example of the candidate profile. I hope that you find this tool helpful when you're researching candidates before you head out to the primary here in a couple of weeks. And happy voting!